So welcome back again to Cult of the Lamb, and today we're going to be talking about the hands down best fleece in the game. So what are fleeces? Fleeces are robes that you can unlock for your lamb that will give off certain bonuses for crusades. These bonuses can range from affecting your heart, tarot cards, style play, but there's one fleece that is broken and is the only one I use. First of all, how do we get said broken fleece? Well, first of all, you need to go and get these things called holy talismans. These are acquired through mainly quest, and there is one catch though. You must get 4 of these shards to complete one full talisman. Now, usually through each quest there are 4 shards to acquire through the same person. So what is the earliest quest you can do? Well, yeah, see what I did there? There's the fisherman's quest, which if you fish up certain fish and turn it into him, he'll give you a shard. Only issue with this approach is that sometimes it's a pain to get some of the rare fish, but this can be dealt with by using the fishing ritual. This brings me to a good side note. Each crusade environment gives off a different quest giver / area to obtain these talisman shards. There is Sozo, who is a guy who really loves mushrooms, and if you give him mushrooms, he'll give you talisman shards. These are what I think the 2 easiest methods of obtaining the shards for talismans are. So, now that you have the talismans, which fleece is the broken one that we are making? Say hello to the golden fleece. This fleece's description states plus 5% damage per kill, but stack is lost on taking damage, with the con of all incoming damage is doubled. Now I'll admit that the latter is brutal, as it makes gain hit punishing, but here's something to consider. An enemy can't hit you if they are already dead. The pro may seem simple, but that's what makes it underrated. The base idea with this fleece is that the more enemies you kill without taking damage, the more damage you will do to enemies. There is no limit to this. This causes an exponential growth of insane damage, making speedrunning crusades a breeze, as you're going to be hitting enemies in every room. There is really not much more to it than that, but a thing to keep in mind is that you're going to want to be careful of what types of weapons you use due to the speed of them. You always need to be moving. I will say the biggest con to this fleece is that as much as it is an exponential rise, it's also the very opposite. Once you get hit, it can be very tough to recover and gain your footing again. It also creates some of the worst feelings I've ever felt.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine. You just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Now, the biggest danger you will run into is actually not the enemies themselves, but the environmental traps. Those are what most of my streaks have ended from. Now, one last thing to look at is your tarot cards. The tarot cards provide unique bonuses in the current crusades, which means once you get that tarot card for the rest of the entire crusade, that benefit will happen. Any tarot card that involves an effect happening, if you take damage, you want to avoid as much as you can. Try to take tarot cards that allow you to become immune to certain types of damage. These would be the intangible and mithridatism. Yes. The hands down best tarot card you can get though is Godly Moment, which gives you a couple seconds of invisibility so you can get your bearing of a room. Well, that's the golden fleece for you. A super strong fleece that rewards smart and clever play. Talking about tarot cards gave me some ideas of new tarot cards. Would you guys like to hear about that? And what is your favorite fleece that I should look at?